What's going on? So I'm not sure if y'all seen the Rolling Loud. It's been streaming live on YouTube. I decided to tune in personally, and I caught some things caught my eye. Before I get into the main subject, I did. I'm not sure. I did hear someone may have died on. Someone may have died on Playboy Cardi's during his set. I believe it was Playboy Cardi's set. Um, but there was a lot of things going on. I saw Wayne's performance. He brought Nikki out. There were some issues. Nikki kind of went off on the DJ and the sound guy, talking about kill the sound guy, kill the DJ. But she was just joking. But it really did mess up her performances because I think she probably missed a couple songs she couldn't perform because they couldn't get the sound right. So with that said, Future had a good show. Lil Yachty. I mean, a lot of people were talking about Uzi's show not being up to par, but I seen it. He was hype. They could just play the you wanna rock song, unless they played that song and the crowd got more hype than most of the performances I seen. So with that said, let's get into the point of it all. You know what I mean? I really wanted to. I know the name of the video is called is Ice Spice underrated or overrated? But it's really about Coi Lerais being underrated compared to Ice Spice. Because you notice Ice Spice is like you said, she's chose. She doesn't really need to do much else but just show up. You ever just have to just show up, have a job where you just show up and you good? Like that's what Ice Spice is going to right now. Her biggest problem is probably wanting her hair straight, and when they tell her, and they got to tell her she got to have it curly. See, but going past that, you go to Rolling Loud, and there's a lot of trending, a lot of talk about, oh yeah, she didn't sell out, but the crowd is full at Rolling Loud, and it goes back to my point. All she had to do is show up, and she would have been performing in front of a full crowd. There's not much science behind that. So I really don't want to go on like a Ice Spice hate, but I feel like I got to throw some water on some fire because I just, I'm just seeing, it's not about just the media talking about it, everybody blowing it up. How the, it's mainly about how everybody's talking about it. Like you go, if you go look at the streams, people are more, they want to see Ice Spice first Rolling Loud performance. And there's no hate, all love. I'm like the only hater, but I'm not hating. I'm just saying facts. So let's say this. So if you look at do me a favor, pause this video right now, or don't pause it. It's live. Fuck it. When you're done, take what I said. To go watch Ice Spice's performance. Then go watch Coi Lerais' performance. All right. The timing completely different. They put Ice Spice during the day. They didn't even give her the top spot. Coi Leray actually was respected on the lineup, being Benzino's daughter and all. She's actually pretty talented. She danced. She got very good choreography. Engaging with the crowd. Like although her songs do come off, I would say commercial, inauthentic in a way. I wouldn't want to like go too hard on that, but maybe a little bit too produced. She's actually a better talent, like 10 times than Ice Spice. When I watch Ice Spice performance, like she comes out on stage and all to her, like she looks like a star. She looks like she belongs there. She looks like that's what needs to go down. Like she looks like the one. You know what I mean? It's like no surprise that she's there. She got her hair down. She rocking the bodysuit. Like everything just curve everything. You know what I mean? The beat came on. Then for me, I'm like, oh man, let's go bullshit ass track she gonna play right now. The first song she came out to was I'm like, okay, I had Ice Spice wrong because I was actually coming in like, man, like what's she about to do? How they about to blow her up? Like she ain't finna come out here and do nothing special because we already know what she got. All she got is few body gestures and like touch the hair, hips, and chest. Like it's simple. You know what I mean? And you could even see in her performance when she did those things, especially when she twerked, like you would get the loudest cheers when she twerked. So I'm listening to her song. She over here, she rapping and they got the phones out doing the regular thing like they do for most artists, but she didn't do much of it. She was only out there for 13 minutes, but times when she did twerk, the crowd was audibly cheering over the music, over whatever lyrics were saying. Like that was the time when you heard the crowd cheering. You didn't hear the crowd really singing her song, even though they probably, until they got to the munch. But when it came down to it, her twerk was the show. And I can't say the show who I seen, even Leray, like no one had more cheers on their twerk. I mean, that was very like alarming, not alarming, but it caught my eye. Like I was like, okay, like I've like it's very odd to see where you have someone performing with hits, and the loudest the crowd gets is when they twerk. A lot of these artists they twerk so much, it's really not even a surprise, So they're twerking so much that it's not even, you don't even really cheer. Yeah, you support them and all, but she was just like mini twerk. It wasn't like no twerk off, like no dance off or nothing like. She was just a quick little 1, 2, 3 second twerk, and she was getting. You can hear the crowd get louder. I heard the crowd get louder, and I would then you hear the crowd get louder, then you wait for the next time. You're like, hold on, well, and you wait for the next time she twerk. They get louder next time, even louder than before. So like she's barely even twerking. Like I can't say she twerked more than I'll be lying if she did more than a 10-second twerk. 5 minutes, I'm at 5 seconds. I'm thinking like 5 seconds is probably as long as she twerked, but maybe there was a 10 second. I don't know, but very very short twerk sessions. Nothing too crazy. Just like hey, blah, blah, pop pop pop. I'm out. Crowd is on her. But going back to the show, so the first song it was a hit. Like I'm gonna go look for that one because that was actually she performed it really good. She she executed it really good. But the problem with I find with Ice Spice is just it's like you're baking a cake and everything you putting in the cake ain't good. It's rotten. You know what I mean? The cake look good and everything, but then like you hear lyrics like, you know, I'm just not. Maybe I got to be like a 16-year-old girl or something, but I don't hear it. You know what I mean? I'm hearing like the bars, the punchlines that I hear. I'm trying to even understand it. Like, what does she mean? Like, huh? Making me thicker. He feeding you. He give you know what I mean. He putting money in your pocket. Maybe she. I'm gonna sit back and have to think of her shit. Because some of them bars is too basic. The rhyme schemes is too simple. The beats are just they. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out like these beats, even Munch. You know what I mean? A lot of this is being pushed to us, and it gets catchy. A lot of times it happens with a lot of Drake songs, but you see them coming straight off the back with Ice Spice. Like this is her first this is her first Rolling Loud performance. So they're bringing her out like the freshman, and they're putting her on the pedestal. She was during the day. They didn't really, they could have moved her on during the night, and it'd have really been big. But I think it'd have been more pressure. So in this way, during the daytime, you can see the crowd. You can, her set was short. She didn't have much time. You know what I mean? To really kind of for anything to go wrong, the DJ or anything to go wrong. Like in Nicki Minaj's set, I mean, and Lil Wayne said Nicki Minaj wasn't on for but 5, 10 minutes, and she had, she lost a couple songs just because of the DJs. So, going back, so I think she did. Let's see, she started off with some song. I don't know what that one was, and it wasn't "Boy's a Liar" or "I'm in the Mood," something like some other song. But she a gangsta boo, gangsta chick. Now I don't know if she did that one, but she was kind of going off. She was going off like just keeping the crowd engaged, and it was very intriguing to just find how engaged. I think they were happy to see her. I'm trying to figure out because she wasn't doing much. Her choreography wasn't there. Like I said, she maybe twerked for a few seconds. I think one time she maybe like hit the floor, bent over or something like that completely. But really, it was nothing like that. It was like half twerks, 2 second twerks, getting the crowd going. So you're hearing all the songs. They're not even singing the lyrics. Like all her songs sound garbage. All of them sounded pretty much just basic, like nigga made it in his closet type shit. Like on stage, it did. She hit every word. She did have vocals in the background. I would have loved to see her go without vocals. That'd have been nice. But she did have vocals in the background. Wayne went without vocals, and I didn't go through everybody, but Wayne was one person that big star that didn't have no vocals. Even Nikki came on and had her vocals on her track. Wayne was no vocals. Future had vocals. You know what I mean? But she went on with vocals. Cola Ray had vocals too. But when I compare the two, Coil Ray and Ice Spice, which I don't know how you guys compare them. Are they on a similar scale? To me, when I look at them, I'm like, okay, they both kind of came out the same. They both got a hit, kind of hidden. Even though Coil Ray's a little bit higher up, she has more of a established foundation with her father being Benzino. If y'all don't know who Benzino is, just go check him up. Y'all figure him out real quick. And him in the music business, so you would understand why she, would have a sort of advantage in that way. But it's an advantage and a disadvantage because you can get in the door, but your ceiling is very low. It's very low. You'd have to be very good probably to surpass your predecessor, your father. You know what I mean? Because it's very low. You really can't look at all the kids. They're all talented. They're like superstars, but they can't. Their ceiling is one hit wonders. One hit wonders. Jaden Smith, he's a good example of someone who's trying to break the barrier. He may, but you see what he has to do it. He has to just like kind of step away from his father. Like nothing what he's doing sounds like his father. You see what Combs' son, Sean Puffy's son, like I don't know where he going. Like the nigga, the nigga got everything in the world. Like why don't you just work on your craft a little more? I don't know. I just heard that Can't Stop Won't Stop. Love the beat, used to love the song, the Lil Cease, Lil Kim sample, Got a Crush on You. Like you had that beat and that song, and you got Kodak on it with who drops the best hook in the world. And nigga, what was your voice? Like, huh? You should have you should DJ Khaled that. You should have brought someone else in, and you, he should be a Khaled maybe because he got all the beats. He could come in and do something like that. That's what they should do. The kids of the artists, they should come out and just put together shit because they never let them shine. Never, no matter how talented they are. So going back to the point, Coyle Ray's performance. Okay, let's talk about her because I want to compare the two. So Coyle Ray, she actually came out just normally you see her, she's on her she's on her thing, dancing, just more focused on dancing her facial expressions and pushing her song. Like I've seen her a lot in shorts and just Instagram, social media, just a lot. And she's in it. It's not like it ain't no challenge. She's in all these shorts. She made a bunch of shorts of that song and promoted it. Like she's really working hard to push her shit. So seeing her this time, she comes out like in a bathing suit, damn near. Like really, out of all the shorts, I've never seen her showing that much skin. So she comes out, looking like you know, the performing pencil, and not to make fun of her or nothing, but she's skinny. You know what I mean? And that's she wasn't wearing no clothes, no baggy, no curvature, no nothing. But she moves. She moves. She does her thing. She's choreographed. She has dancers. She's doing most of she's doing more than what the dancers are doing sometimes. She's performing all her songs. The lyrics of her songs are commercial, mainstream lyrics. So it's a hit, because sometimes like, did you write that? Is she writing them? It sounds like she's just she's getting the package, and someone's just writing her some basic commercial stuff. This is cool. Beats go, everything goes. It's just one of them things where it's like, oh, because she didn't come out she didn't come from the bottom, like they won't let her go through the top. Like her music is 10 times better, 3 times better than Ice Spice's music. If you listen to it, go listen to it. The Players is 30 times better than any song Ice Spice has ever made. Players, her hit. She has music that we ain't even heard, that I just heard for the first time, that's like, 3 to 10 times better than any of Ice Spice's songs. I'm gonna say any. I'll just say because Munch is up there, you know what I mean? Equal to or times better than Munch. All the songs you ain't even heard. So really, I don't really want to go too hard on Ice Spice because considering like that's a big crowd. I know she, Her handlers, they making sure she's performing, and they did their job. She went out there, she did her thing. I'm looking on the medias, and Ice Spice is like boom, 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 like she top dog, like she going like her next one's gonna be at nighttime. I guarantee you that. Gonna be a lot of lights, and that's good. You know what I mean? I just hope that they show respect because I wasn't too like her music. Like when I going back to the bacon with rotten ingredients. Like the music is trash, and I feel like they trying to just like the music is trash, garbage. Munch was, I mean, Munch ain't even a good song. Be honest with you, it's just na 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 munch, and she dance. You ain't seen the video. If you ain't see Ice Spice, you just heard Munch, and you listening to the lyrics, like heard it for the first time. I don't know. When I did that, I was like, okay, what is this? But then you hear it a million times, and everybody talking about it. You get that subliminal manipulation. Sometimes you actually aware of it. It's happening, but it's they still get you. They get you every time. They get you. So you know they get you every time. Every time. Ice Spice is definitely got us with Cardi B. That Bodak Yellow shit. They got us because Cardi B before Bodak Yellow. I heard like Cardi. I used to listen to Cardi B before. I used to not listen to her, but I was tapping into artists that haven't necessarily blown, you know what I mean, trying to see what was the next one. I seen Cardi B. She was out there. She had flow. It just sounded like she's not supposed to be rapping. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's the New York accent. But a lot of the New York rappers, they can like overcome that. But she just didn't have the speech pattern to rap. Like I didn't hear it when I heard her. You know what I mean? But as you see, like she still kind of sounds the same. But when you get better writers, better lyrics, better beats, and hooks, and they fine tune now your flow got a little more swing to it. You know what I mean? You vibing with the beat more. You're not just so robotic. You know what I mean? Like right now, Ice Spice is very robotic, but they feel like they trying to keep her in that position. Like every one of her songs, she raps the same flow. Do 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 do. Like nothing else. There's spaces in between, so much room for ad-libs, and I ain't putting ad-libs there. Oh yeah, yeah, she got ad-libs in there. She got ad-libs in there. But yeah. But with that said, like Ray can sing, she's definitely underrated. With the player song blowing up, why ain't we hear about her before? Because she has hits. Ice Spice, they building it's build a bitch. Like they building her right in front of our face. They literally stitching her up like like we ain't seen she's not doing that yet. She's still, you know what I mean? But we'll see. Like once you hit that, you'll see. Because that's someone will tell her she'd be fine, but someone's gonna tell her like, hey, maybe you should do this and do that. And they're gonna be like, oh, it's gonna be a doctor too. You're gonna be like, oh, you know what, you are good, but just to make sure you stay good, you should do this and do that. The doctor's gonna get her because once that first one go down, and it's always you always gotta fix it. So what you notice with these celebrities, it's always like boom, like they good, they good. Then once that doctor talk to them, like, hey, I got you discount, first one for free, first one for free. They fuck you up, then you paying for the rest of your life to get back to looking like you looked before. Take that as a word of advice. You don't need to be the one going under the knife to notice it. Everybody notice it. Everybody notices it. Just your shit changed. First it's your nose. They trying to get rid of your African nose. Let's just slim that up a little bit. But we'll get your little button nose, but we're gonna make that line real straight. Yeah, it's I wouldn't do it. Like you see them like they'll try to like you see the ones that do it like Meg the Stein. She's smart with it. She's real smart with it because you can barely tell, but it's the before and after. I mean, there's so many pictures and images that it don't take much. That no matter how slow you do it, someone's gonna see you 5 years before and be like, "Oh, see that picture and be like, what the fuck? That shit look different." And then that's gonna be the meme. Sad world it is. But shout out to the Rolling Loud, man. They put on a good one. Ice Spice, yeah, she did her shit. You know what I mean? I'll just hope that she can just get better writers and better producers. If they gonna build a bitch, just build her appropriately. You know what I mean? That's all I'm asking, really. You know what I mean? Because it's not the first time we've seen it. Like I said, Cardi B. You know what I mean? It seems like the same, seems like the formula, but they just dropping the ball on it. Leray, you know what I mean? Shout out to you. I see you out there doing your thing. Lil Wayne, Future did his thing. A lot of hits he did. It did Stick Talk. Yeah, Dirty Sprite too. Like he did some shit. Definitely. Oh, who else was out here? Actually, I saw. Yeah, it was going down. But yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all on the flip.